Hi everybody, Glenn Smith here from Willenhall Paranormal and Willenhall Paranormal Tech. This video is to show you our latest creation. It is the fully portable 140 LED floodlight, primarily going to be used for outdoor investigations and places where you haven't got access to mains power. Right, as I said, it's fully portable. What you'll get is actually what you see here, plus the charge unit. First of all, you've got a 140 IR LED floodlight mounted at the front. The whole design is based on our IR Illuminator that's got the illuminator at the front with a battery at the back with the on-off switch. So you've got your sealed 140 LED illuminator at the front. You've got a custom made bracket on top there which the battery box attaches to. Okay, the battery is fully self-contained, it's all sealed. You've got your on-off switch there and you've got your DC input there for your charge unit. So basically all you'll do is you'll set your camera on top, and we'll run through that in a minute, and you'll literally just pick it up like that, walk to your investigation across a field or in a tunnel or a castle or wherever, you know, just open the tripod up, set it down, and there you go, turn it on and away you go. The battery is a 12 volt 10 Ah or 8 Ah battery, depending on which one you want. It all depends on how long you want it to illuminate for. We've had this running for up to 13 hours constant, and it's given us maximum illumination, full power, and it still had 40% charge in the battery after 13 hours, and that was with a 10 Ah battery. We can drop the cost a little bit by doing you an 8 Ah battery, which will give you roughly about 9 to 10 hours maximum illumination on the floodlight. So as you can see, it's a fully customised unit, and what I'll do is I'll just run through how you can attach the different cameras. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start off with a just a standard CCTV DVR system camera that you can attach to it. Okay, so I've got one here. Obviously, if you give us your specifications on what cameras you've got, we can customise the unit for you, so it'll accept your equipment. Okay, but the way that it's designed, you can mount anything to it. I mean, there's no limitation on what you can put on this thing. It's, you know, I think we've thought of everything. So you've got your slots in the top, which are 6.5mm holes that we've drilled all the way down the length of the bracket. Okay. This is all we use on our indoor investigation. So if you're doing an indoor investigation and you've got access to power, and obviously you can set up your DVR equipment, then what you'll do is you'll mount your DVR camera to the top of the bracket like that. Okay, we just use these bolts and these wing nuts because I'm quick. But obviously, whichever one you've got, just let us know. We'll hook you up with it. Obviously, your camera's mounted on top now. You plug all your leads in, your power leads into your DVR, run it back to base camp, set it up, get your camera sorted wherever you want it to go, whatever angle. You can adjust the angle on the illuminator if you want to, up and down. Okay, and obviously you've got your camera there sitting on top, and that's basically the principle for all of the cameras that you can use on this. So if we take this one off, right, and what I'll do is I'll show you the quarter thread fittings that we'll send out to you. Okay. So basically, okay, just a standard digital camera. This is one of our cameras that we do, one of our conversions. You've got the 1/4 inch thread at the bottom, and we send out these 1/4 inch camera mount screws. Okay, and literally all you do, you just figure out which one of the holes you want. Okay, say you want number 2, you pop your bolt through the top, locate it, screw it down, and there you go. Okay, and then obviously you just open up your camera, press record, and away you go. If you've got a 32GB memory card in your digital camera, you can record for about 14 hours, 13 to 14 hours, as long as you've got a good battery in your camcorder. We are on about trying to develop a system where the battery will power the illuminator and also your camera. Okay, we're still working on that. So theoretically, if you've got a 13-hour 32GB SD card in your camcorder, you could put this down anywhere, just leave it, walk away, come back 13 hours later, and you've got 13 hours of constant footage, 13 hours of full illumination, and there you go. So that's the camcorder system. Obviously, you know, this 1/4 thread will not only fit standard digital cameras, it'll also fit your Sony night shot cameras if you're using mini DV, you know, with the tapes. And again, you just pop your pin through your hole underneath and screw it down, press record, and away you go. Okay, obviously it's a standard aluminium tripod, it's fully adjustable, right, so you can, you know, tilt it, pan it, get the level and everything if you want to. It's a good sturdy piece, and it's basically a one-off. Nobody else is making these. We are the first to develop these purely for paranormal investigations, but obviously that can be used for other purposes. You know, if you do night hunting or anything like that, or you know, anything where you need night vision, where you need an infrared source. Okay. So obviously at the side there you've got your on-off switch. Now I'm filming this video on a standard unconverted camcorder, and also in one of our converted IR full spectrum camcorders, so you can see the difference. Okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the light off now, and I'm going to turn the illuminator on just so you can see it. Obviously you won't see it with the one camcorder, but you'll see it through the other. So here we go, I'm going to turn the lights off now. Okay, so the lights are off now, and I'm just going to turn the unit on. Obviously you've got your on-off switch, if I can find it, there it is. Just turn it on now. And there we go, there is the illuminator, and it's on. Come round the back of the tripod. Obviously now you can see through this camera that the illuminator's on. Okay. And we could leave this running, and you would get about 13 to 15 hours illumination. Okay, so there you go. So what I'll do now is I'll turn it off, and what I'll do is I'll show you the setup, how you can customise the unit if you want it. So we'll just, there we go, just pop the light back on. So right, let's say that you was on an investigation and you've got your standard DVR camera there. We'll just pop this one, screw it down. Put the wheel nut on there. Okay. Right, so for the sake of argument, you've set up your mini DV camera now, okay? And what you want to do is you want to add another camera to it. Right, a full spectrum camera, okay? Well, again, we've thought of that. So what we can do is we can actually supply you with different fittings, okay? And again, this is just a standard camera bracket, okay, that we've slightly modified. Just to take the quarter thread. So what we can do is we can actually mount this either on top or underneath, it don't really matter, like that. Okay, pop your screw underneath it, which again we can supply for you if you want this. Okay, tighten that down. And then you get your converted full spectrum camera, okay, and pop your screw through the bracket arm like this. Okay, obviously that one's fully adjustable. Now, the reason why we didn't trim this out on the bracket and put a big slot in so you can move it backwards and forwards like that is we didn't want to weaken, obviously, the structure of the bracket. We wanted it to keep it as solid as possible. But then basically all you'll do then is you'll just mount your camera, your camcorder to the side of it like that. Okay, open it up, and away you go. And there you go. Now you've got your standard mini DV, your standard DVR camera, your CCTV there, obviously with its own built-in infrared lights, LEDs. And then you've got your full spectrum camera, okay? And obviously if you wanted to, you could put another camera the other side, like this. So we can supply you with another bracket, okay? And we could mount another bracket on the side of that, so now you could have your standard mini DV camera, okay? So now you've actually got 3 different recording medias there for your investigation. You've obviously got your DVR system, you've got your full spectrum camera, and which is obviously digital, and then you've got your magnetic tape in your mini DV. So you know, as long as you've got good batteries in there, and you know you can get about 6 or 8 hours out of a fully charged battery, especially with the Sony. If you go for the large size batteries, you can get about 6 or 8 hours out of one. They do sell them on eBay, and obviously they do the same with the JVC Varios that are converting at the moment. You can get the big size batteries for those. Okay, so that's how you could set it up. Obviously, if you didn't want camcorders, what you could do is, again, because it's all modular and we can customise it any way you want, you can set up a stills camera. Okay, again, this is one of our converted cameras. Right, we convert these. It's the the Panasonic Lumix FS10, and we convert these to night vision, so they see into the infrared and the UV spectrums. So again, there you go. So you'd have your illuminator on. If you want to take photos, you just take your photos. Okay. And then obviously, you know, if you've got a DSLR camera, again, if this is converted to full spectrum or just a standard one, our friend Andy Bailey over at Infrared UK, he does these cameras, these DSLR cameras, and they're fantastic, they're really good. He's the only guy in the UK who does them. We're not doing them because they're a bit too complex for us, but there you go. So you've got the full kit there, and it does everything. It's all singing, all dancing, and that's just a few of the custom setups that you can have if you want to. Obviously, just email us with your requirements, whatever you want. If you've got, you know, any personal requests, as long as you let us know what equipment you've got to go on it, we can make the bracket however you want. The bracket itself is actually made from steel. Okay, it's a custom made bracket, as I said. We was going to have it made out of aluminium, but it was going to cost a fortune. So, you know, obviously we're trying to keep the price as low as possible. So, you know, groups out there who haven't got a big budget, like us, let's face it, you know, the majority of groups out there are all non-profit, so it's a case of saving your money up, you know, until you've got enough money and to buy your equipment. But we was going to try it with aluminium. I did some tests with aluminium, but it wasn't very stable. It was a bit, you know, wobbly and whatever. But obviously, this is the type of tripod that you'll get. You know, if you buy one, we can supply you with professional tripods. That's not a problem, but obviously it will be reflected in the cost. We just use a standard aluminium tripod, and obviously it keeps the weight down as well. Because one of the groups that I spoke to a while back said that they've tried something like this by mounting a floodlight on a tripod, but they had to use a car battery. Now a car battery is anything from 40 to 60 pound in weight. Okay, the combined weight of that rig there, as you see now, with the bracket, okay, is about 8 pounds. So it's like 4 bags of sugar. Okay, roughly about 4 kilograms. Okay, and obviously what you'll do is, you know, you'll just clasp the legs, stick it on your shoulder like that, and you'll just walk to wherever you're going to investigate. You know, it's lightweight. I've balanced it out. Okay, so the actual floodlight and the camera balances out the weight of the battery, so it's not top heavy, if you know what I mean. So, you know, you can just rest that on your shoulder, and you know, if you want to do outdoor investigations where you just want to walk around, obviously you'll just fold the legs up and you can just walk around like a camera crew. You know, if you wanted to do that, you'd have the camera mounted here, the viewfinder, so you can see exactly where you're going. As I said, I think we've pretty much thought of everything, you know, every situation that you could be in, just to make it as user friendly as possible, you know, because obviously there's not a lot of equipment out there for paranormal investigators. A lot of the kit you have to make it yourself, which is what we've ended up doing. I mean, obviously if I just take this off here, there's a little clip on the side of this one where you can clip it off, and then you just take the unit off like that, get rid of your tripod, and obviously when you get home, all you'll do, if I just come a bit closer to the cameras and show you, you've got your DC input there, that's for your charger. You'll get the charger with it, the charge unit. Obviously you just plug it in. There's a little LED light on the charger. When you plug it in, it's red. Obviously that means it's charging. When the LED turns to green, it means the battery's fully charged and you're ready to go. Just unplug it and, you know, pop it in your car, get to wherever you're going, and start filming. Your on-off battery there, we're going to put stickers on it eventually, you know, just to identify it. There's the custom bracket, if you can see that. Okay, obviously we've drilled it for the position for your camera, so you can, you know, you've got different multiple setups. You can add loads of cameras to this if you wanted to. It would take the weight, as I showed you earlier. You've got the clip-on mount underneath. Obviously you've got your floodlight. The cable is attached at the side. Okay, so it's out of the way, similar to our IR one. The box is bolted, everything's bolted, and the battery unit itself is fully sealed. Okay, you'll never have to take the unit apart. Alright, we'll actually give you a 12-month warranty on the whole kit if you buy one, so we'll guarantee it for 12 months. But obviously the life expectancy on these batteries is probably, I think it was about 50,000 charges. So, you know, we've sourced the battery from a company actually based in the UK. It is a specialist battery. It ain't the sort of battery that you can just, you know, go out and buy in a shop. It is specially developed to be lightweight, and obviously to give you the run time that you need. So there you go, that is the Willenhall Paranormal fully portable infrared illuminator. As I said, you'll get everything that you see here. You'll get the floodlight, the custom made bracket with a pad on top. It's just a cushion for your camera, so it's not, you know, metal on plastic, so it won't scratch your camera. You'll get the tripod, and obviously you'll get the battery enclosure with the battery inside it with the charger. We'll also send you one of these quarter camera mounts. Okay, we'll send you one of these, okay, in the box. So obviously, you know, you'll have that ready to mount your camera straight to it, and away you go. So we're very pleased with it. We have done some tests with it, obviously out in the field. I've done a time test on it where we set it up and we just let it run full power all night with the camera on it and recorded it, and I think I started recording at about 8 o'clock at night, and it was still on full power when the SD card ran out, which was 13 hours and 15 minutes later. So, you know, I mean, that'll last anybody for a night's investigation. Our group, when we do investigations, we usually start about 9-10 o'clock and we go on till about 4. So you're looking at about 6 or 7 hours that we need this to run for. Obviously you guys, you might have different locations which warrant a different time period, so you know, 13 to 15 hours is what you can expect to get out of this, okay, before the battery obviously needs recharging. But again, it all depends on what cameras you're using and what batteries. But yeah, we're very pleased with it. Does exactly what it says on the tin, and there you go. That is the Willenhall Paranormal fully portable infrared illuminator. Okay, there's none on the market. Nobody's making them. We are the first group to actually design them, develop them, make a prototype, and obviously now we're at the point where we can offer it to you guys. If you want one, just contact me. You know, contact us through Facebook or on our email address, which I'll put at the bottom at the end of this video. There'll be a full spec explanation as well, for all the equipment. You know, the LEDs, the size of the LEDs, the battery consumption and everything, and obviously, you know, the specifications on the battery. I'll put that at the end of the video. But yeah, there you go. So I hope it's the sort of thing that people are looking for. It's definitely going to change the way we do outdoor investigations, because we've been on a few places where it's been a derelict house or a cemetery, a graveyard, places like that, tunnels, castles, anywhere, battlefields, woods, fields. You know, just go, set it up, and away you go. The illumination range on the floodlight is about 80 metres. Okay, so it's got pretty good illumination. Say between 50 and 80 metres, depending on light conditions, obviously. We are working on a different illuminator, which I'll show you a picture of now. Okay, so that's the other illuminator that we're going to be trying out in the near future with this same piece of kit. Again, that illuminator, it'll run off this, no problem, off this battery for about 15 hours. So, but if you've got any questions, you know, if you're on Facebook, send me an inbox message or message me on Facebook at our group, Willenhall Paranormal, or you can email us at willenhall-paranormal.co.uk. Again, you can see this video and all our other equipment on our website, which is www.willenhallparanormal.co.uk, and you can have a look at our other equipment that we're building at the moment. Obviously there's videos there with the conversions for the camcorders that we're building, which you can see some of the footage now, because I'm using one of the camcorders to make this video. But there you go, thanks for watching, and this is Glenn Smith from Willenhall Paranormal, and I'll see you soon with some more equipment. You take care, thanks, bye.